Good morning. Social media isn't built to keep you connected. It's built to keep you pulling the lever like a slot machine. Every swipe is a gamble. Will I get a like? Will I get a comment? Will this be the best video that I've ever watched? Or will this post make me feel something so real or nothing at all? What I'm going to claim, and I'm not the first person to claim this, is that social media mirrors gambling mechanics. It's not just the dopamine hits. The way it trains us to keep playing, thinking we're going to get a reward, even though the rewards are so unpredictable. Today, we're going to start with looking at a little bit of an obvious design of social media and how it mimics the gambling slot machines. And then uncover why randomness is important. And then finally uncover what this means for the importance of our time and attention. Anyway, breakfast, and I'll see you at the university. We start using social media to kill time a lot, and I've spoken about this because of how good it feels to be on it. Scary. Anyway, besides the point, I was watching someone navigate here. I'm a blind person with a cane, and it was so incredible to see how the brain adapted and how this stick became an extension of him. One day we'll talk about it, but I think I want to go talk to you over there about some stuff. Okay, I don't know how many of you have actually gambled before. Myself, I think I've gambled once when I turned 18 because I felt like it was a new life level unlocked and I needed to do it. But since then, it's not something that I do. I feel like if I did do it, I probably would end up down a terrible hole of gambling because it's designed that way, and I think I'm susceptible to such things. But TikTok and Instagram, and especially all of these things where you scroll, very similar to the action of pulling the lever. You don't know what you're going to get next. And that's the thing, you don't know what you're going to get. It's the same as pulling a lever. You don't know what you're going to get next. And that makes it exciting. That keeps you being like, oh, what am I going to get? And it keeps you scrolling. And even if you get a crappy video, you're like, oh, the next one could be better, could be better. Even if you had a good one, you're like, oh, it could be better. Same concept of like, oh, I didn't win this time, but I can win next time. Then I can win the next time. And that cycle continues. It's the unpredictability of it that keeps you hooked. Okay, it's a little bit while later. It's quite a nice day today, actually. Not too, you're very close to me. Not too cold and not too windy, so that's nice. But it's like fresh, so I'm enjoying it. The next important point that we want to chat about is why we use social media. It's almost not our choice anymore. And hear me out. Obviously, you always have a choice, whatever. But it becomes our default. When you're waiting in a line, and I've spoken about that before, or you're bored, or you've got 2 seconds where you just want your brain to rot a little bit, you open social media. And we're not, the social media has shifted from I'm seeing my friends' posts and all this kind of stuff. Like, there's an element of that, but it's more of this idea of getting a random reward, a random great video, a random pocket of knowledge, or a random funny thing. This chance that exists there, that is almost what we've become conditioned for, or it's what we crave nowadays. This and that little craving of the potential, that's when the dopamine hits. Let's go inside and finish up the rest of the first half of the morning. It's going all right. I'm not really doing much coding, but more just getting my plans, my thoughts into a piece of paper so I can tell my supervisors tomorrow. And I cannot tell you how excited I am for Friday to come. I don't know, this week has felt very long. So we're almost at Friday. So we're here. Everyone else is out of the office, so that's why I can talk. Feels quite liberating after people being back for a while. But I wanted to take note of, I have opened up my phone probably 15 times scrolling on Instagram or Facebook today. And that kind of scares me because it's just as soon as I want to break or something, straight to it. And unlike gambling, they're not taking my money. They're taking my attention and my time and my personal data. You see that storm? We're on our way home to try and avoid that. We came outside for a little bit of needed to, change of scenery kind of thing. Saw the storm. We're like, no, not getting stuck in that. So going home and we'll finish the last 2 hours of work at home. So yeah, hopefully I don't get wet. Those little kids are having a fun time. It's dark because the storm is coming, but we made it. I got a little bit wet, but I made it. I'm very lucky. The one thing about a PhD is that I can work from anywhere. And that's a pretty cool thing to say. If I want to do the last 2 hours in a different location, it's okay. And not everyone gets that privilege, so I'm not taking it lightly. Ooh. We're getting there, but we're still scrolling. We're still scrolling here on this thing. We try and avoid this button over here, because this is the killer. Because as soon as you hear, you're screwed. And then you start and you stop. I need to close it because I will get stuck. I will get stuck! I have about an hour left at work. And then, we'll get into the evening side of things. This week has been long. This week has been very long. I'm very excited for Friday. Oh my gosh.
Three heroes of the...
Okay guys, let's get straight in.
You want the real test?
So I'm gonna tell you.
Fuck if any can pull up.
If you're the person that been done with your ex,
by reading a book, I've rendered it totally unreadable.
I was challenged in the
yo, tech people make way too much money. My sister told me she went on a date with this guy.
So I just woke up from a nap and I was supposed to go play poker tonight. That was the whole point of talking about gambling. It is now 6:51 and I was supposed to be there at 7. So I don't think I'm gonna make it to my poker evening, which is kind of sad, but I think I'm very tired. So I think missing it, it's not like the worst thing in the world. I could technically, if I really tried hard, I could make it there by 7. But yeah, I'm a little bit sad. But when you're like, oh, well, it is what it is. Life happened. I'm not going to try and force it. That's kind of where I'm at. But it kind of doesn't render the whole day's useless, but that was the point of talking about social networks and gambling. I wanted to tie it into my poker evening. Anyway. It is actually so bad. I'm literally on a call with my friend right now and I'm scrolling freaking Instagram. It's so bad. Okay, sorry, I'm back.
18 months ago, I met this girl on Instagram. I then took a massive risk, and 16 months...
Hello! Let's take a gummy and cook dinner.
Is it alright if I have another...
No worries. Did you want a chocolate as well? That's all good.
The most humbling feeling, getting 5.
Good evening. I I'm glad I did not actually go to the poker evening because a friend called. And as much as I was distracted for a little bit of it, actually they needed a little bit of help. So I was glad that I could be there for them. So I guess things happen for a reason. We still have to play poker again because I feel like, okay, this wasn't a legitimate poker thing. I'm not endorsing gambling. I think gambling is stupid. I really do. But I think it was like a play. Like you pay €3 and then you get like play money. It's not for actual money. But I wanted to use it as an experiment to be able to like read people because I feel like I can actually do that quite well. And I wanted to test if that's just in my head and me being a little bit having an ego that I can do that, or if it's actually true. And I've never played poker with people that I don't know. It's always been like a friends game, whatever thing. So I wanted to test that. So hopefully we get another opportunity to do that. But on the topic of gambling, I have one final question for you. What happens if every time you opened your phone, you had to pay a coin? Not a money coin, but in minutes of your life. Would you still pull the lever? And what I think about when I think of this, it's like, okay, you've got X amount of minutes in your life, like you know your minutes. And every time you turn on your phone, go to Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, X, all of these social media apps, TikTok, you have to be like, okay, cool, I'm now gonna give 5 minutes of my life, or 60 minutes of my life, or 240 minutes of my life, just when I open the phone now. What difference would that make to our actual usage of it? And I feel like it would make quite a big difference. But anyway, I'm gonna take a nap and I'll see you bright and early. Tomorrow is Friday. I feel like I am crawling through this week. I am really struggling to get through. I have not been as productive as I want to. But the weekend is coming and I think I will recharge nicely. So I will see you tomorrow for Friday and sleep nicely.